Hello everyone and welcome.
Tell from Shadow Slayers.
This is
time to start raiding again.
EQ2 and we are going for a flawless on borrow fit. So we'll see how it works.
Tell from Shadow Slayers.
All right.
Tell from Shadow Slayers. Incoming in 20.
Alright. So stun rune, one tank stays
incoming
out,
in
the
15.
other one stays in. You then
incoming in 10.
One of them doesn't
incoming
get the
in
detriment
5.
that makes you not be able to cast.
Time to pull. Mimic.
So basically what's going to happen is I'm going to fight, and then
ready up.
Suddenly he's going to cast something on me that doesn't allow me to...
Blasphemy has worn off.
Yeah, it's going to take off.
Small scavenger joust. Jody's has cast Cure Curse.
There's a bunch of curses and stuff.
Dark Eras has cast Cure Curse. Blasphemy has worn off. Shadow Knight's Furor has worn off. Cast Cure Curse.
So you'll see like a head with some stuff around it up here.
Blasphemy has
That'll
worn
show you
off.
When you've got the state drop on you.
Mimic. Tell from Vladislav. Mimic. Hate drop coming. Ready up. Blasphemy has worn off. Small scavenger joust. Joust for curse. Blasphemy has cast Cure Curse. Beelzebub's has cast Penelope's has cast Jody's has cast Cure Curse. Penelope's has cast Cure Curse. Zenfire Yas has cast Cure Curse. Jody's has cast Cure Curse. Beelzebub's has cast Cure Curse. Zenfire Yas has cast Cure Curse. Zenfire Yas has cast Cure Curse.
I usually stand about 40 or 45 back here. I'm well behind the raid. I'll stand at 20 or 30.
Small scavenger joust coming. Joust for Curse. Jody's has cast Cure Curse. Tanashios has cast Cure Curse. Tanashios has cast Cure Curse. Tell from Vladislav. Beelzebubs has cast Cure Curse. Jody's has cast Cure Curse. Jody's has cast Cure Curse.
Do you have it now?
Blasphemy has worn off. Tanashios has cast Cure Curse.
Maybe it's one of those, like, you have to stay farther back, because it, like the
Small Scavenger Joust.
fear guy. That gets really far away, so we ran out of it.
Blasphemy has worn off. Mimic. Hate drop coming. Blasphemy has worn off. Joust for Curse. Nebius has cast Cure Curse. Zenfair Yaz has cast Cure Curse. Tanashios 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 has cast Cure Curse. Darkaris has cast Cure Curse. Iulius has cast Cure Curse. Small Scavenger Joust. Mimic. Hate drop coming. Joust for Curse. Ready up. Jody's has cast Cure Curse.
Got it now.
Nebius has cast Cure Curse. Zenfair Yaz has cast Cure Curse. Penelope's has cast Cure Curse. Darkaris has cast Cure Curse. Penelope's has cast Cure Curse. Darkaris has cast Cure Curse. Blasphemy has worn off. Darkaris has cast Cure Curse. Darkaris has cast Cure Curse. Blasphemy has worn off. Mimic. Hate drop coming. Blasphemy has worn off. Joust for Curse. Tell from Vladislavs. Small Scavenger has cast Cure Curse. Darkaris has cast Cure Curse. Jody's has cast Darkaris has cast Cure Curse. Tanashios has cast Cure Curse. Darkaris has cast Jody's has cast Cure Curse. Beelzebubs has cast Cure Curse. Zenfair Yaz has cast Cure Curse. Blasphemy has worn off. Mimic. Hate drop coming. Divine aura has worn off. Small scavenger joust. Joust for curse. Mimic. Nebius has cast Cure Curse. Tanashias has cast Cure Curse. Jodis has cast Cure Curse. Zenfayer Yas has cast Dark Cure Curse. Has cast Ready Cure Curse. Healsabubs has cast Cure Curse. Jodis has cast Cure Curse. Jodis has cast Crusader's Cure Curse. Faith has worn off. Zenfayer Yas has cast Dark Cure Curse. Has cast Cure Curse. Blasphemy has worn off. Blasphemy has worn off. Hate drop coming. Small scavenger joust. Divine aura has worn off. Blasphemy has worn off. Shadow Knight's Furor has worn off. Joust for curse. Hate drop coming. Tell from Shadow Slayers. Tell from trends. Tell from Shadow Slayers. Tell from Shadow Slayers. Tell from Shadow Slayers. Time to start raiding again. Tell from Shadow Slayers. Tell from trends. Incoming in 20. Incoming in 15. Incoming in 10. Incoming in 5. Time to pull.
I think
Tell
it's
from Elric. Mimic. Shadow Slayer's joust 10 meters to cure. Ready up. Hate drop. Blasphemy has worn off. Blasphemy has worn off. Get in use blockers. Blasphemy has worn off.
It's gonna be interesting next.
Hate drop. Falling sky in 5. Tell from V latest laughs.
Man, if we had all our DPS. but the
Shadow Knight's Furor has worn off.
friend,
Blasphemy has worn off. Ready up. Cure Plumage.
I got everything on.
Get in use blockers. Blasphemy has worn off.
Where I'm supposed to be. But yeah.
Phone joust 10 meters to cure. Blasphemy has worn off. Falling Sky in 5. Mimic. Hate drop. Blasphemy has worn off.
I must have cast all of my shit on the downswing.
Shadow Knight's Furor has worn off. Get in use block. Blasphemy has worn off. Ready up. Shadow Slayer's Joust 10 meters to cure. Falling Sky in 5.
Okay, good.
Blasphemy has worn off. Cure Plumage. Get in use blockers.
I haven't
Mimic.
seen him actually cast Falling Skies once.
Blasphemy has worn off. Ready up. Hate drop. Shadow Knight's Furor has worn off. Blasphemy has worn Falling off. Sky in 5. Blasphemy has worn off. Mimic. Get in use blockers. Blasphemy has worn off. Shadow Knight's Furor has worn off. Ready up. Falling sky in 5. Blasphemy has worn off. Hate drop. Tell from V latest laughs.
He is actually casting Falling Skies, so here's that.
Blasphemy has worn off. Cure plumage. Get in use blockers. Mimic. Blasphemy has worn off. Golem up.
Oh, nice. I can go on the other area.
Falling sky in 5. Ready up. Blasphemy has worn off. Mimic.
Other. And yeah, this Mother's Will has increased my DPS a lot. Significant.
Shadow Knight's Fury has worn off. Bulwark of Order has worn off. Blasphemy has worn off.
South of the Oh yeah. Do we? Tell you what, just
Time to start raiding again. Incoming in 20. Incoming in 15. Incoming in 10.
interesting.
Incoming in 5.
Your eyes are so...
Time to pull. Ready up.
Nice, I actually had my,
Cast
bulwark.
and cast bulwark in 3 seconds.
I didn't have all my, fancy shit on, but...
Blasphemy has worn off.
High, but
Joust curse. Bulwark of order has worn off.
good on.
Blasphemy has worn off.
Damn, I get you. Wow.
Mimic.
Red!
Joust curse. Blasphemy has worn off. Blasphemy has worn off. Cast bulwark.
Well. Over by the circle. Yeah, I was outside the
Joust
circle
curse.
and it still killed me. No. Yeah. And I got put right back in the circle again. Alright.
Divine aura has worn off. Blasphemy has worn off. Ready up. Joust curse. Tell from Blasphemy has worn off.
I heard the curse thing.
Cast bulwark in 3 seconds. Bulwark of order has worn off. Blasphemy has worn off. Shadow Knight's Furor has worn off. Blasphemy has worn off. Ready up.
Keep doing it, I like to see.
Joust curse. Blasphemy has worn off. Blasphemy has worn off. Cast bulwark in 3 seconds. Joust curse. Bulwark of order has worn off. Shadow Knight's Furor has worn off. Blasphemy has worn off.
Oh, this is boring. Like, a lot of these are, man. Stupid. Like, we could probably make this a little better. Like, I could,
Joust curse.
we could do something.
Blasphemy has worn off. Ready up.
Basically, put the circles in a different spot here, and I'm kind of doing this. Yeah, it's, I don't know, it's just a lot of coordination. You know? This is the easy way that actually works.
Blasphemy has worn off.
It's annoying
Cast bulwark in 3 seconds.
when, you know, you have a
Bulwark of order has worn off. Blasphemy has worn off. Mimic. Blasphemy has worn off. Joust curse. Blasphemy has worn off. Tell from Veladislavs. Ready up. Blasphemy has cast bulwark in 3 seconds. Bulwark of order has worn off. Blasphemy has worn off.
I hope Guild War 3 is much more engaging, right? Like, seriously.
Shadow Knight's Furor has worn
What the
off.
hell? It's on me. Yeah. Good.
Tell from Veladislavs.
Guess that was all.
Joust curse. Blasphemy has worn off. Ready up. Blasphemy has cast bulwark. Cast bulwark in 3 seconds. Bulwark of Order has worn off. Joust Curse. Blasphemy has worn off.
It is vampire. Oh no.
Blasphemy has worn off. Joust Curse. Mimic. Ready up. Cast bulwark in 3 seconds. Bulwark of Order has worn off. Blasphemy has worn off. Blasphemy has worn off. Tell from Veladislavs.
Old corner cutters. Yeah.
Joust Curse. Blasphemy has worn off. Ready up. Shadow Knight's Furor has worn off. Cast bulwark in 3 seconds. Blasphemy has worn off. Bulwark of Order has worn off. Curse. Blasphemy has worn off.
Nice.
Mimic. Blasphemy has worn off. Joust Curse. Tell from Veladislavs. Cast bulwark in 3 seconds. Ready up. Full workup order has worn off. Joust curse. Blasphemy has worn off. Shadow Knight's Furor has worn off. Joust curse. Blasphemy has worn off. Mimic.
The moment I was to be late.
Cast Blasphemy has worn 3 seconds. Full workup order has worn off. Joust curse. Ready up. Blasphemy has worn off. Mimic. Blasphemy has worn off.
And to add insult to injury,
Joust curse.
he's gonna heal.
Blasphemy has worn off. Cast Bulwark in 3 seconds. Bulwark of Order has worn off. Blasphemy has worn off.
Oh man, those are not fun to do. I was watching. Hey, what's going on? I was watching Tails, and she's like, I'm taking my card out, and then she like pulls her thing, and she's like, this thing keeps falling off. He's so funny. Why is my I bet my mount thing. Yeah, my well, that's interesting timing. Yeah, because that hit 4 hours. That means that I got another 4 hours on. Yeah. The others, because they're 8 hours apiece. Hello everyone, welcome, thanks for joining us. So we are, luckily, we have killed, I think, the most annoying, not ads, but bosses so far. Uh, the next, the next one, well the next one's probably going to be that, either we're going to go for Jogu, or we're going to go for the Shaman. 9:30, so we're definitely going to hit break soon. So let's, since we're most likely going to hit break, let's go over breaking news, alright? Let's do that, because this is pretty cool. Hold on, let's do, yeah, EQ2 forums here. Oh, there, update notes. Right here. Oh, okay, April 2nd, what is this? Health of stinging urchins and phantasmal conduits spawn, that was the second. Issue that caused psionic summoner of the overlord from gutters. Mature crowd of the blood. Alright, Siren's Grotto, Ascension Raid. Interesting. So, there's a lot of stuff happening, alright? So basically the contested opens up tomorrow. The Abyssal Salt Raid opens and it's all raid tiers. So you can do whatever. Maximum spell effects that can be hidden has been increased 50 to 65, so you can hide a lot more spell effects. This is one of the biggest ones, miracles in a bag. So basically what, this took me a second to realize what it was saying. Basically, you can buy, if you've already done miracles, you can buy it in an heirloom like bag or whatever, and then give it to your alt, and then unpack it, and then it will be a no trade on that character. So you can now, you don't have to do 7 weeks on every character. You just buy it. Probably still have to do 4,500, which is insane, but it's a lot easier and a lot less insane. Yeah. Doing it on one character that actually can, and then giving it to all your alts that it would be a pain to do. Empty void beast. Yeah, that's a typo. Whatever. I don't know what that means. You can edit descriptions on Retro Beast. I don't know. Whatever. Following achievements now correctly reward Fragment of Cold Forge achievements. Okay. I don't know what that means, but cool. Oh, wait. Fragment of Cold Forge. Oh, okay. So, basically, for the, your achievement item, that's what it is. Fragment of Cold Forge. Alright, yeah. That's nothing, that's not important. That probably shouldn't even have been done. It's, maybe it needs to be, but it's silly. Armoire looks bright. Shavash's Quick Hands and Western Waste will now offer an item upgrade. Non-rare items found in Dragon Necropolis raid zones will have double purple adornment slots. Very cool. So, the Dragon Necropolis raid ones, you can now buy an item to upgrade them. Perfect. Something to spend your money on. Especially since the 535s are going to be upgradable, which are tier 2, and the Western Waste ones are going to be much higher. Politics, something, yeah. Whatever. Raid ones, there's a typo, scale your traders in is more accurate. Yeah. And then your ads can, or your alts can get on raid quests and stuff before it's done. Those who already have already helped Amelia Zaid in the, yeah. So basically, there's another trade skill thing for the contested. if you've already done, but you have to have done the first part. Dungeon Finder has been removed. Now, I really hope that means that Dungeon Finder is going to be worked on, and they're removing it, and then maybe doing a different one. But I really, honestly think that Dungeon Finder is just gone at this point. They just removed it because it's not a thing anymore, and it doesn't work. You know, it didn't work. So, but I hope, you know, they removed a few things, but I feel like Dungeon Finder is definitely a direction in which they need to go harder, especially with the lack of player base. They need to do Dungeon Finder and definitely have cross-raid Dungeon Finder or cross-server Dungeon Finder. Lots of that. I mean, really something that needs to be doubled down on. This one's really cool. Sorting options have been added for the Expendables tab. So, which can be found on the Options tab in the Persona window. Sorting options have been added. Yeah, so be able to sort that. Fire ant mounds are no longer all over the friggin' place. They will be closer, which that's great because I don't think we're gonna get there today, so that'll be good. This is the big one right here. Everything is getting nerfed in Raid. Combat mitigation, healing mitigation. What is healing mitigation? Maximum health of scars. I don't know what healing mitigation is. What But yeah, so exciting, man. Lots of cool stuff happening. Lots of cool stuff happening. They're 126 to 130. What is that? Oh, what is this? Well prepared. What is that thing? That's flashing. Well prepared, yeah. Increases all bonuses by 20%, reaching scars of destruction. Solo heroic or heroic to account flag. Obtained by claiming those heroic on any character.
Full work of order has worn off. Ready up. Blasphemy has worn off. Divine aura has worn off.
So basically what that sounds like to me, playing the roars on each character. Yeah. So basically that sounds like, say you've run through it once and then you did it again on and on. And you say,
full work of order has worn off. Blasphemy has worn off.
I'm gonna give a solo one to one guy, H1 to another guy. They're all gonna get to 20%. But, they would get 40% of the list of by if they claimed all of them. And I have,
Blasphemy has worn
I actually
off.
have,
Bulwark of Order has worn off.
So I got 4 of those, 3, so I got basically 3 of everything. I do have, I'm thinking about it.
Bulwark of Order has worn off.
Yeah,
Blasphemy
beta
has
copy
worn
that
off.
one. Pretty much, I just beta copy like, you know, every hour or so. And then whenever I'm thinking about it, and then I go over to beta and I claim them. Get enough for my ults. I need to hop on there probably after this raid. Collect all the ones that I've got. Okay. Yeah. Saying how defilers are so optimistic. Yeah. They're not.
Incoming in 20. Time to start raiding again. Incoming in 15. Incoming in 10. Incoming in 5. Time to pull.
Your
Yeah.
eyes.
See, I'm hot yummy.
Mimic.
The new Viking.
Shadow Blasphemy has 10 meters. Cast Bulwark in 3 seconds.
Anyway, the funniest thing about kids doing Adderall as like drug or whatever, some of them, you know, watching all their friends get high and
Ready
they're
up.
just like, I am very focused right now.
Blasphemy has worn off.
And then they realize, oh, ADHD. Ta-da.
Blasphemy has worn off. Mimic. Shadow Slayer's joust 10 meters from Shadow Knight's Furor has worn off. Blasphemy has worn off.
I realized this.
Cast Bulwark in 3 seconds.
I have the right skill in there now, but I was apparently using the wrong skills
Bulwark of Order has worn off.
for a long time.
Blasphemy has worn off.
Like, I was using the 116 skill. Probably since
Vision
the
is triggers on Elric.
skill.
Vision of Madness on Elric. Ready up. Has worn off. Blasphemy has worn off. Mimic. Blasphemy has worn off.
Well, there goes our flawless for this, but I am straight up taking out.
Blasphemy has worn off. Cast to cast bulwark in 3 seconds. Bulwark of order has worn off.
Damn.
Blasphemy has worn off.
It's gonna be like, we're gonna
Ready
blast
up.
through this, and then that's when we're gonna get flawless on this. I don't think we're ever really gonna get flawless for real. Pretty much just trying to get gear at this point. Damn. Group 2 is
Shadow
getting
Knight's Fuhrer has worn off.
screwed in the face. That'd be a Shadow Knight, man.
Tell
I think Auric's going Paladin
Mimic.
next expansion.
Blasphemy has worn off.
Maybe he's still here. I don't know.
Cast bulwark in 3 seconds. Blasphemy has worn off. Bulwark of order has worn off. Ready up. Blasphemy has worn off. 10 meters from raid. Shadow Knight's Fuhrer has worn off. Blasphemy has worn off. Mimic. Vision of Madness on Elric.
Yep. It's crazy.
Blasphemy has worn off. Cast bulwark in 3 seconds. Bulwark of order has worn off. Shadow Slayer's joust 10 meters from raid.
I wish they were cool with like having their voices on Discord.
Blasphemy has
like you guys watching. Like a lot of times, like it sounds like I'm being quiet, but like there's actually talking and stuff going on all out.
Shadow Knight's Fuhrer has worn off.
So like, I don't know.
Mimic.
It's like, you know, it's difficult to talk over.
Blasphemy
like
has
saying.
worn off.
Because I need to hear it too.
Blasphemy has worn off. Cast Bulwark in 3 seconds. Shadow Jaws has 10 meters from Raid. Bulwark of Order has worn off. Blasphemy has worn off. Ready up. Blasphemy has worn off. Mimic. Blasphemy has worn off. Shadow Knight's Furor has worn off.
Yeah, we need another real power feat.
Shadow Slayer's Joust 10 meters from Raid. Cast Bulwark in 3 seconds. Bulwark of Order has worn off. Ready up. Blasphemy has worn off. Mimic.
I mean, part of me knows that the reason it takes so damn long is that a lot of our members don't know now.
Blasphemy has worn off.
Now, another third knows that
Shadow Slayer's Joust 10 meters from Raid.
It's literally just the
Shadow Knight. Blasphemy has worn off.
like it's all the little things.
Cast Bulwark in 3
I have
seconds.
well prepared. I have ready check. I have all my string flaws. I have all my I have all double
Bulwark of Order has worn off. The latest
sitting on. I know what I'm doing. I know what the points in. I've done my
Blasphemy
AA
has
check.
worn
I've
off.
done all that. I've perfected my craft. I perfected my art, and I perfected my character. A lot of people don't put that much effort in. And I'm almost... Ooh. Hey, Defiler Master. Huh, 40. Nice. Yep, that is true.
Tell from Shadow Slayer's.
Jesus. Nice.
Tell from Shadow Slayer's.
Nice, right? I mean, fuck it. You know.
Tell
Yeah,
from
we'll-
Shadow
yeah, we'll-
Slayerx.
Um. I didn't even see what the rest of this was. Pants and an earring. Yeah, still pants earring.
Tell from Shadow
It's
Slayerx.
trash. You have plenty of time.
Tell
Though.
from Shadow Slayerx.
What's my Nice, almost to 2,000. Yeah, and dope. Yeah, he got real lucky and hit crazy. So this, if you're wondering, this is what we're doing right here. I'm hitting 53 trillion. Coercer, that's mimicking the assassin here. That's doing about just under 80. Plagues is doing 93. Pony's doing 70. That's Kanji. This is our Beast Lord, 39. I've heard Beast Lords are crazy. I don't. He doesn't really know what he's doing. Anya and X. Kanji Ranger. Sonu is a Courser, and Cerebella is a Courser, but not. They're not mimicking really high end. Even though Mimic doesn't do crazy, but you know, with an assassin, it's pretty good. But this is a healer. This is a warden, and this is a dirge. Templar here, not bad. Defiler, I feel like she should be doing more damage, but you know, she's probably healing her ass off on that one. Abuna is a see. Here's the other thing too. This is a DPS. Like, but that's the thing. Like, he's more support now. Like, what are they called? Brigands and Swash. Like, I don't know why they're this low. Like, they just nerfed him into the ground. They need to be buffed. This is a Berserker here. He definitely needs to be doing more damage. But I'm not sure there's anything he can do. You know, this is a healer, whatever. The Channeler. Templar, and then Templar here, so I don't know what she's not doing. Defiler, and then this one's another
Mimic.
thing, but like, and then you know, obviously that one is the Zen is our mystic.
Ready up. Full workup order has
So
worn off.
that's pretty much what we're pushing.
Blasphemy has worn off. Full workup order has worn off. Tell from Shadow Slayers. Blasphemy has worn off. Shadow Knight's furor has worn off.
Alright. This is a silly fight. I think I'm gonna...
Time to start raiding again. Incoming in 20. Tell from Shadow Slayers.
Yeah.
Tell from Shadow Slayers. Tell from Shadow Slayers.
Okay.
Incoming in 20.
Dead bot. Rock your body. Everybody. Backstreet's back, alright.
Tell from Shadow Slayers.
Question I have. Yeah, but like, Backstreet's back, alright, but like, that was like their first song. When were they back? It's like literally their first song that went big. Yeah, right. I could literally see if it's like their second one and it's like, oh, we did it again, it's big. Like, dumbass. Can't reset it here. Nope. Interesting. 6 people watching now, and 1 on the thing, and I have 4 viewers on Streamlabs, which means Streamlabs has no idea. Was it? Okay, then Backstreet Backs makes more sense. Because they... Ooh, that's a good question. Mm-hmm. It's the Backstreet conundrum. Right? Tell him! Yeah, we don't have going on? Right. Alright. Nay.
Incoming in 20.
Alright, there we go, finally.
Incoming in 15. Incoming in 10. Incoming in 5.
You're
Time
on.
to pull. Ready up. Mimic. Cast bulwark in 3 seconds. Blasphemy has worn off. Joust Swamp Quake. Bulwark of Order has worn off. Zenfeios has cast Cure Curse. Blasphemy has worn off. Hate drop. Blasphemy has worn off. Joust Swamp Quake. Tell from Vladislavs. Heal Success has cast Cure Curse. Blasphemy has worn off. Zenfeios has cast Cure Curse. Mimic.
You gotta kill Remy.
Cast bulwark in 3 seconds. Ready up. Bulwark of Order has worn off. Blasphemy has worn off. Joust Swamp Quake. Jonas has cast Cure Curse. Good job. Nebius has cast Cure Curse. Shadow Knight's Furor has worn off.
Hopefully...
Hate drop. Blasphemy has worn off. Tell from Shadow Slayer. Swamp Quake. Mimic. Hate Drop. Tell from V latest laughs. Full work of order has worn off. Ready up. Blasphemy has worn off. Blasphemy has worn off. Quake. Hate Drop. Jody says cast Cure Curse.
Strangely enough, did not have the desired effect.
Hate Drop. Blasphemy has worn off. Latest laughs. Tell from Shadow Slayers. Mimic.
Well. Interesting.
Blasphemy has worn off.
So, we saved it.
Tell from Shadow Slayers. Ready up.
We saved, City of Mine, and ended up not hitting crazy numbers.
Full work of order has worn off. Blasphemy has worn off. Full work of order has worn off. Blasphemy has worn off. Blasphemy has worn off. Shadow Knight's Furor has worn off.
I've already, yeah, I've got play feet. Giving out the gear. Nobody wants it either. Like, it's crazy. Like, okay, so we have people that are still not, like, properly at Resolve and stuff. And, or not, they're at Resolve, but they're not properly, like, outfitted or whatever with good gear. And it's funny because, like, everybody needs the same pieces. So, like, most of this, we're running all this stuff, most everybody is just, you know,
Guild
got all the
points
gear
given.
that they need out of this normal shit. Alright, cool. Pay drop every 25%. Scouts will get stifle at certain intervals. Everybody else gets randomly stunned. Basically, you really want to make sure you don't get the healers. You want to make sure you have enough cures up and the healers are not stunned during those times.
Time to start raiding
yeah.
again. Incoming in 20. Incoming in 15. Incoming in 10. Incoming in 5. Tell from Tanashia. Time to pull.
Your blood.
Ready up. Mimic.
Ooh, nice. Beautiful.
Blasphemy has worn off.
$78.2. So scouts are 85. I think they do it every.
Blasphemy has worn off. Shadow Knight's Furor has worn off. Tell from Shadow Slayer. Tell from Shadow Slayers. Tell from Shadow Slayers.
Fucking struggle bus. Struggle bus raid. Basically forgot what he was fucking doing.
Tell from Shadow Slayers. Tell from Shadow Slayers. Tell from Shadow Slayers.
Give me 2 minutes. Yep. Probably would have figured it out by then, but whatever. An alien looking cat. Work on your face.
Time to start raiding again. Incoming in 15. Incoming in 10. Incoming in 5. Time to pull. Ready up.
Perfect. Perfectly fine ready up.
Mimic.
Except that I didn't have that friggin' extra bullshit in. That's annoying. 124 trillion right now.
Blasphemy has worn off.
Convenient.
Nebius has cast Cure Curse. Good job.
Perfect.
Blasphemy has worn off. Shadow Knight's Furor has worn off. Drop.
There is a hate swap here.
Blasphemy has worn off. Tanashias has cast Cure Curse. Blasphemy has worn off. From Velatus Laughs. Blasphemy has worn off. Ready up. Shadow Knight's Furor has worn off. Jody has cast Cure Curse. Good job. Nebius has cast Cure Curse. Good job. Hate drop. Blasphemy has worn off.
Still in my...
Blasphemy has worn off. Shadow Knight's Furor has worn off.
This one's annoying. Can't just burn it.
Mimic. Blasphemy has cast Good job. Has cast Cure Curse. Good job. Zenfarios has cast Cure Curse.
Especially when you nerf.
Ready up.
Doing a hard burn. You have to wait.
Blasphemy has worn off.
Yeah, I peaked at 120. I'm still at 70, or 124. I'm still at 70 right now. So, pretty good for a tank. But I've also got, like, basically everything properly. The only thing I haven't done is...
Shadow Knight's Furor has worn off.
My...
Blasphemy has worn off. Tanashias has cast Good Cure Curse.
Here you go. Okay, there you go.
Heal Success has cast Good Cure Curse.
Boy. That shit was close.
Hate drop. Mimic. Tell from Velatus Laughs. Blasphemy has worn off.
Oh, hell. That's a worry.
Ready up. Blasphemy has worn off. Zenfarios has cast Cure Curse. Nebius has cast Cure Curse. Ilea has cast Cure Curse. Blasphemy has worn off. Hate drop. Heal Success has cast Cure Curse. Jody has cast
Got it.
Cure Good job.
Burn the shit. You know. Did it. You did it.
Blasphemy has worn off.
So I'm gonna say we got pretty much. I'm not sure if we're gonna get through. The crab and the monkey. If we do, we're gonna be pushing. I mean, 27
Guild points
minutes.
given.
That's gonna be intense. Okay. Yeah, I guess that's how you do it faster. You get down to that percentage point faster. I did 63, even with having to do all that waiting and stuff, I did 63.59 so in comparison, right, our main DPS guys here did over 100. Similar kind of thing. Jogu the Steadfast. I actually did bad on that one because we were trying to mess with something. But yeah. And then you got that one. Carl said it was our first one, so yeah, if I can just sit there and spam, like I can hit 60. But yeah, I peaked at 124 during that fight, Trillion. So, which ain't bad. But it's what you end at, because the way mine goes is that I spike up real high, and then I have a steady decline, and it depends on how fast we kill the mob. Otherwise, I'm going to head down to like 60 or something. I'm gonna head down to something that I can maintain. But the longer the fight goes, obviously the lower everybody's DPS goes. But like Kanji, the pet just increases by like a little bit every time, you know? The pet just goes up and up and up and up, and you don't hit the longer you go, the more you get.
Time to start raiding again. Incoming in 20.
Alright.
Incoming in 15.
Hell yeah.
Incoming in 10. Incoming in 5. Time to pull.
Good kill, bro.
Mimic. Ready up. Phone joust 10 meters from raid. Tank swap.
But I'm not going to be able to do anything on this one.
Blasphemy has worn off. Tell from Shadow Slayers.
Go down.
Obuna joust 10 meters from raid. Tank swap. Mimic. Blasphemy has worn off. Tell from Velatus ready
Labs.
up. Shadow Knight's Furor has worn off. Blasphemy has worn off.
Dude! This is actually going to work out well.
X joust 10 meters from
We're doing
raid.
this raid, and then they're going to fix the problems that they're the annoyances, not really problems. We didn't really have any problems.
Tank swap. Blasphemy has worn off. Shadow Knight's Furor has worn off. Blasphemy has worn off. Ready up. Mimic.
Anything in BC? Just back in the day?
Antizerk joust 10 meters from raid. Blasphemy has worn off. Tank swap. Tell from Velatus Labs.
Buble. Buble.
Blasphemy has worn off.
Now we're clowning. We're just we're just messing around.
Ilulia joust 10 meters from raid. Shadow Knight's Furor has worn off. Tank swap. Ready up. Blasphemy has worn off.
Buble.
Blasphemy has worn off.
Honestly, I know like you can't use the rods. like,
Jody joust
together,
10 meters from raid.
but the damage still.
Mimic.
Oops, didn't do that.
Tank swap. Blasphemy has worn off.
Attack, attack.
Blasphemy has worn off. Mimic.
I'm not sure who it was on. Both get out.
Blasphemy has worn off. Penelope joust 10 meters from raid.
You can. No,
Tank
you've
swap.
got death. No, now you can have it.
Blasphemy has worn off.
Leon.
Tell from V latest laughs. Blasphemy has worn off. Mimic. Cerebella joust 10 meters from raid. Tank swap. Blasphemy has worn off.
Perfect. Scrap. Nice. We got... He cleared the whole shebang. Shebang. Okay. I wonder how many tanners you have. I'm gonna go to that normal spot and just grab another one.
Blasphemy has worn off.
Oh.
Divine aura has worn off. Ready up. Full work of order has worn off. Mimic. Blasphemy has worn off. Shadow Knight's Furor has worn off. Blasphemy has worn off. Divine Aura has worn off. Full work of order has worn off.
Yeah, every time we... Yeah, every time we do a call out or something like that, it messes with them.
Blasphemy has worn off. Full work of order has worn off. Ready up. Blasphemy has worn off.
I think every time.
Full work of order has worn off. Guild points given.
Leading during battle.
Blasphemy has worn off. Blasphemy has worn off. Full workup order has worn off.
What are we missing?
Ready up. Blasphemy has worn off. Mimic. Full workup order has worn off. Blasphemy has worn off.
I'm gonna do a 637.
Tell from Shadow Slayers.
Nope, nope.
Incoming to start raiding again. Incoming in 15.
Okay,
Incoming
good.
in 10. Incoming in 5. Time to pull. Ready up. Mimic. Chanter at up. Cast bulwark in 3 seconds. Full workup order has worn off.
I'm at 108 trillion. And
Blasphemy has worn off. Success. Good job. Blasphemy has worn off. Shadow Knight's Furor has worn off. Proc find the totem.
all the way.
Chanter at up.
Follow go.
Mimic. Elric joust out for cure. Success. Blasphemy has worn off. Good job. Totem moved. Elric find the totem. Cast bulwark in 3 seconds. Success. Full workup order has worn off. Blasphemy has worn off.
$74 trillion. Not bad. Rocking it out.
Totem moved.
Now eat.
Shadow Knight's Fury has worn off. Find the totem. Blasphemy has worn off. Success. Good job. Elriot joust out for cure. Blasphemy has worn off. Ready up. Totem moved. Jody find the totem. Mimic.
That was...
Tell from the latest laughs. Blasphemy has worn off. Center at up. Good job. Cast bulwark in 3 seconds. Bulwark of order has worn off.
I don't know how he got trans that close.
Plague West find the totem. Blasphemy has worn off. Crusader's faith has worn off. Success. Good
This
job.
has gotta be a time beat. We are just rocking through this shit.
Elriot Shadow Knight's Fury has worn off. Chanter at up.
Christ.
Totem moved. Blasphemy has worn off. Zenfair Ya find the totem. Success. Good job. Mimic. Blasphemy has worn off. Chanter at up. Sonder find the totem. Cast bulwark in 3 seconds. Blasphemy has worn off. Bulwark of order has worn off. Success. Good job. From the latest laughs. Elriot joust out for cure.
Skeleton blast. Okay, that's what I said.
Totem moved. Chanter at up. The latest laughs find the totem. Blasphemy has worn off.
Before somebody ran out. No.
Success. Good job. Blasphemy has worn off.
He went straight east and then went north.
Mimic.
Oh my god, dude.
Totem moved. Chanter at up. Sarabella find the totem. Blasphemy has worn off. Shadow Knight's Fury has worn off. Success. Good job. Cast joust out in 3 seconds.
Jesus.
Bulwark of order has worn off. Totem ready up. Nicholas find the totem. Blasphemy has worn off. Success. Good job.
It is. 66 2029? Wow.
Blasphemy has worn off.
Not a time beat. That's crazy. Perfect. 4 less than her, and then she was 12 above the other one.
Ready up.
Wow, chain over Wesley. That's
Mimic. Full workup order has worn off.
I have a 505 still.
Blasphemy has
But I'm
worn
hoping,
off.
I do have this. I'm hoping that I get another one. That's 1059.
Full
so
workup order has worn off.
We are
Blasphemy has
pretty
worn
much
off.
done. I'm just gonna kill this and then finish up loot. And that should be that. There it is.
Shadow Knight's Furor has worn off.
Oh. That fight. Okay, well, that fight I just destroyed, but that was Ant.
Blasphemy has worn
I did
off.
66.29 on that fight. Yeah. Yeah, the warlocks and the stand-up fights, they just go up and up and up and up. It's crazy. Get better and better and better. Alright, well, I think we're going to call that a stream. Thank you everybody for watching. I am Zork. This is EQ2 Raid. And we will see you next time. And where's the button? 3 minutes, bye.